Hello everyone. In this video we are going to discuss and show the navigation of eCentennial. So when you log into your eCentennial, you'll find a number of shells. You're going to click on the shell that is related to the course that you want to navigate. So in this instance we're looking at our MPPS. So on the front page of every course, once you've logged into it, you will find a news area. So it'll entitle news. This is your welcome message from me for the program, but each week most professors will update and put in a new news item. So explaining something that's coming up this week, reminding you of a quiz or a test, or explaining something that might be canceled class or rescheduled class, snow day, things like that. You will often find a hyperlink that will send you directly where the professor wants you to go. So you can click on the hyperlink, it will bring you to where you want to go. For this news item, I'm asking you to go into the content section. So if I didn't have a hyperlink, what you can do is go across the top bars here. So for every course you'll have content, grades, assessments, communications, course tools. Under the assessments, for example, you will have assignments, quizzes, rubrics, surveys, and things like that. This is where any of the online assignments or quizzes that you would have due for a class would be found. So we're going to go ahead and head into the content section. So for this course, when you come in, you have a Welcome to MPPS 101, so Motive Power Professional Skills 101. When you come into the course, you'll have the welcome message there and an orientation module. When we click on the orientation module, it actually breaks down a whole bunch of different individual sub-modules inside them. These modules are really important for you to understand the layout of the course or the program coming forward that you are taking. So for this one example, we have just a simple welcome message from myself, giving you a little rundown of what the course is going to be. If you want to know some ways to direct yourself through the navigation of eCentennial, you'll find these little arrows up on the top here. So you can hit the next or you can go back. So I can hit the next button rather than going all the way back up to here or into your tables of contents and going through. So this one here has your Meet the Professor. If you don't feel like you want to read or you're struggling to read some of the font, you can actually hit the play button and listen to automation and it will read the words for you. Another tool that you can use is this little sidebar here. So you expand your side panel and it brings up all the things that are listed in this course here. So I can bypass them rather than going next, next, next. I can actually bypass one and continue on through the other pieces here. We're going to go through each step though so you guys can see what we are looking at. So for this one here, it says course schedule and critical path. So it tells you what exactly is this course. So this course is a hybrid course. We're going to have 2 hours of face-to-face class time and then 1 hour will be online. So this could be something, an assignment that has been assigned. It can be some reading material online that we've requested you to do, an activity, videos to view, things like that. So each week will be broken down. So week 1 is going to explain what are the outcomes that you are doing. If there's any assigned readings, they'll be put in here. What are you doing online? What are we doing face-to-face in a class? So each week has that. You can click down on the drop down and it will explain that. It will also tell you some assignments or assessments that's due that week. So for this one, there's an assessment for a quiz, a student handbook and success quiz that will be due on that week. Not every week will have something, but there'll be something similar. If it's not there, it will just be blank if there was something there. Under expectations and responsibilities, these are things that are expected of you. You are expected to log into this course at least once a week. There's things that are coming up. Saying that you forgot isn't an excuse to miss assignments or quizzes or any kind of reading assessments. So make sure you are logging in regularly. Regardless of being there face-to-face, you still must come into class or come on to the online class on a regular basis. There's lots of links and things like that for student code of conduct, academic honesty. All those things are responsible for you as a student. And our next button. Here's our assessment schedule. So, and our policies here. So each week, so week 1, 2, 3, 4, you have an assignment or a quiz that is due each one of those weeks. Week 7, you have a proposal that is due. Week 9, you have a tool budgeting assignment. All of these things are responsible for you. So this is your notice of when things are being due. You have a late policy, a missed quiz. So here's your late policy for this course itself. There's no late assignments that will be accepted. Be sure that you check with each of your professors in each of your courses to see what their policies are based on them. So for ours, we have some quizzes that will be found throughout the course and online task completion. So there's a percentage of your course that is based on you just being online and doing the tasks that are assigned to you, as you might be reading, maybe watching videos, completing something. All of those are a part of your online task completion grade. So using eCentennial, there's actually a whole bunch of student help pages, technical support available to students. There's a bunch of navigation videos that eCentennial and Centennial College have posted for all of our students. So how do I navigate content, grades, your assignment, formerly called Dropbox. How do I go through there and actually submit an assignment? You can hit the example Dropbox and that gives you an idea to how do you submit an assignment before an assignment is actually due. Now if you have an assignment that's due at midnight, I strongly suggest you not trying to upload it at 11:59 p.m. because sometimes it will lag, and if that happens, the assignment will be gone and therefore you have missed the deadline for it. Same idea, quizzes, technical support, additional technology. So for your program, you will have to have your textbook and elective training. So make sure you get into the library or into the bookstore and purchase these required resources. These are supports that are available to you: Student Relations Office, the peer tutoring, academic advising. We're going to cover that in week 1 further for you to really dive deep and get that information from. So some common questions. How do you contact me? So you'll have my email address and when you can meet with me. So by appointment only, therefore we don't have to mix up when I'm in the class. Where can you find due dates for assignments? What is the textbook for these courses? All of those things, all these questions are listed in here. So a student handbook will be posted in every single shell. Be sure to read it and get used to it. This is where all the policies and information will be found for your course, your program. Course outline, we're going to discuss that in another video for week 1. Now as we look through here, you'll have each week laid out. So you'll have week 1, week 2, week 3, 4, 5 as we go through. There's an overview page, so it's going to explain what are we doing this week, a brief synopsis of what is going to be covered. So you're going to have your kind of overview. So what are we going to be talking about? Navigating eCentennial and the services that are available to us. What is the learning outcome? What are we doing online versus what are we doing face-to-face in our classroom itself. The lessons that you're going to be reviewing is in the Centennial College webpage. Now we go into the reading content, so our service orientation. So what are we doing? Explaining the essential service skills and how to be successful in your first year. So this is where students will be reading, watching videos, learning more about the services that is available to you. Obviously, we're going to read all of this when it is available to you. And then what is your assignment? Where is the information coming from? Remember, you can hit the forward or back buttons. We want to go forward. In this area, the knowledge check and summary. This is where I want you to go for after you've read your reading and comprehension area, and this is where you're going to find some videos, activities, links that I'm going to send you to do for assignments or completion tasks. So for this week, you're going to use the web page, and you're going to finish an assigned service mapping assignment, and it'll be underneath the assessments. Again, I have some hyperlinks that you can click on that will bring you directly to where you need to do. The knowledge check area here, this is a reflection. So if I can successfully answer these questions, I've understand or grasped the common areas of the lesson itself. If you don't know the answer, I have a help button that you can click on it and it'll bring you to the area where you can find the information to answer that question. Once you're done, you can hit the next button and it'll bring you to the following week if it is loaded for you.